or transition for me for this next conversation. It also has a special place in my heart, but a different special place in my heart, because our next presenter may make you cry. As many of you know here, I've been writing a lot about the role that business can play in gun violence in this country. It is a genuine epidemic. It is sadly changing the culture of an entire generation, and more people now die from guns every year than automobiles. That's a fact. There has been some progress, happily, though, this year from the business community. Doug McMillon at Walmart, the largest retailer and employer in the country, answered my call and so many others this year to voluntarily change the company's gun sales and their policies, and they entered the debate for the first time in favor of stricter gun laws. More than 150 other companies, including Uber, who we've seen in Airbnb, and then the Business Roundtable this morning, followed suit. And these were not easy decisions. But nothing that I can write can have the impact of hearing from our next speaker. And that's Manny Oliver, who I met earlier this year and who I want to introduce to all of you right now. Manny's 17-year-old son, Joaquin, was killed during the massacre in Parkland on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2018. His wife, Patricia, is here. How they managed all of this and getting through it is something to behold. And Manny has really channeled this tragedy into action. And he has a very unique idea about how business can genuinely help end these senseless acts. And so what I want to do is introduce you to him and have him speak to you about the role the business can play. Please join me in welcoming Manny Oliver to the stage.
Thank you for this. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'll try not to make you cry. Before you start running my time, please, I will like to say hi to my beautiful wife, Patricia. She's right here. And right next to Patricia is my good friend, Fred Guttenberg, who also lost his daughter in the Parkland shooting. So thank you for being here too. And somewhere around the room is my friend Erica Ford. She's somewhere in here, and she's doing a great job in New York to fight gun violence. So this is my beautiful son, Joaquin. We miss him a lot, not only because he's our son, but also he was my best friend. The last day that I saw Joaquin on February 14th, I took him to school. I made that morning 2 cups of coffee, and we started going to school, and we were drinking coffee, listening to music, and when we got to school, I said, "I love you, son." He said, "I love you, Dad." And then he started walking away, and I called him, "Hey, please call me back to see what happened once you give those flowers to your girlfriend, Tori." Remember, that was Valentine's Day. He never called me back. So that's the last day that I've heard my son's voice and that I saw him alive. I saw him again dead a few days later. I was born in 1967. Since 50 years ago, 1,680,000 people have lost their lives because of gun violence. All American wars together, they add 1,481,000. All of them together. Meanwhile, since 1968, we had 4 Democratic presidents and 6 Republican presidents. Meanwhile, the majority inside the Senate has been 14 times from the Democratic Party, 11 times from the Republican Party. And in the House, 18 times from the Democratic Party and 10 times from the Republican Party. What makes us think that they're going to change now? Honestly. So what do we do that is untraditional? How do we fight this in a new way? Because apparently the old school way hasn't been working so well. There's a lot of people asking us the usual question, let me know if you need anything. What is it that I can do to help you? Well, I was making sure that if I was going to be on this stage, I will have the answer for that. Most of you, business people, you have an idea, you do a marketing research, and according to the results of that marketing research, you make a final decision. And I love that. I want to make it very easy for all of us to understand. Marketing research. Let's take a look at this. 30% of Americans believe that rock is the #1 music that we'll listen to. I'm sorry, Mr. West, but I'm happy that it's rock that is one that is leading this. 90% of American dudes in fast food, out of 500 men from 18 to 35, 90% visited McDonald's in the last 3 months. That's a lot of people. Looks like a business opportunity for some of us. And when it comes to coffee, and I need you to remember that number, 64%, there's an even number when it comes to the quality coffee brands between Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. We see these numbers and we think business opportunities. But what if I show you a number that says 97%? That's almost everyone. 97% of Americans believe that we should move forward and support background checks for all gun buyers. A lot of people. So the answer for that, let's start selling universal background checks. How do we do that? What do you stand for? You got to show what you stand for. There's a lot of people out there looking for vegan food. Pet-friendly, like my daughter. She will go to any place that is a pet-friendly place. Organic food, recycled, made in USA, eco-friendly. What if, and none of these groups have 97% of people waiting to go ahead and buy their services and purchase what they built. What if we become gun safety certified? I have millions of Americans waiting for you to show what do you stand for. And I appreciate so much that you were able to sign that letter 2 months ago. But I don't think enough people knows about that. So Joaquin is ready to help you, letting them know what you stand for. What if, remember that 64%? What if one of these two brands decides to hit first? And even if we think that they taste equally, here's that extra flavor that 97% of Americans are waiting to taste. It's not up to politicians, guys. Don't underestimate the power that corporations have. And don't be afraid, because there's a lot of people waiting for you to make that final decision. One of the companies that was able to sign the letter is Shutterstock. And I use a lot Shutterstock. I'm a designer, I'm an artist, and I go there, so I decided to go to Shutterstock one more time. And I was searching for happy family. And I did my research, and it shows this photo, and many others. But this one is a great example of a happy family. 3 generations having fun together, everybody's smiling. The kids are going to school, they will go to college. The grown-up kids went to college. And I want to show you what searching for sad family looks like. This is a real photo. We're not models. This was taken by a photographer in our house a couple of weeks after we lost Joaquin. Now, the question that I have for you, are you waiting to be a sad family to stand for something? I didn't have someone telling me this in such a direct way like I'm telling you today what I think you should be doing. And this is what is happening to us today. I want to finish by asking you to please, let me know if I'm missing something here. Because I want to make sure that I have all angles covered. These are all the ways to contact me. My cell phone, my email, everything. Let me know if we're missing something here. And let me know, and I'm going to sound like the Godfather right now, if this is not an offer that you can't refuse. We're waiting for you to move forward. And I promise that there's a lot of customers ready to spend their money in your business. We're just waiting for you. Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. For Joaquin and Jamie. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.